Thank you, Paul and Kate. This is Simon and Roy. A charity has raised thousands of pounds to help buy much needed medical equipment for a little boy with cystic fibrosis. Members of Higham Ferris charity, the Swivel Club, held a fundraising night of classic Motown and soul hits at the end of last month to raise funds for 13-month-old Ollie Gilbert. He needs a specialist vest and equipment costing £7,000 to help assist him with his breathing, and received £2,000 from the club. Ollie's mum, Jo Gilbert, said, "We can't believe that the club's done. It's phenomenal. At the moment we have to do 20 minutes of physiotherapy with him in 5 different positions twice a day. This involves hitting him to clear his lungs and makes him distressed. The new equipment means it will only take half the time and will give him more independence." Swivel Club spokesman Louis Stewart said, "We found out about Ollie through his grandfather, Ray Gilbert, who runs the Griffin Inn. Cystic fibrosis sufferers have a build-up of mucus in their body which affects the internal organs, especially lungs and digestive system, making it hard to breathe and digest food. Ollie is such a lovely little boy. He's only 13 months old at the moment, but as the vest costs a lot, his family has started fundraising now, so the vest can be purchased and will fit him by the time he is 2 years old." Ollie's family received the money from Bert Jackson, the mayor of Higham Ferris, who has adopted the Swivel Club as one of his chosen charities, in front of the club members at the Griffin Inn yesterday. The Swivel Club supports a number of local good causes and regularly hosts fundraising events. For further information about the Swivel Club and its events, go to www.swivelclub.com.
2 of our MPs together claimed almost £10,000 in expenses in the first 2 months of the year, while the other claimed nothing at all. Peter Bowen, MP for Wellingborough and Rushton, was again the north of the country's costliest MP, claiming £6,617.76 in January and February. New figures released by the Independent Parliamentary Standards Authority, IPSA, show. Over the same period, Louise Bagshaw, MP for Corby and East Northamptonshire, claimed £2,820.91. But Philip Hollowbone, MP for Kettering, consistently one of the Parliament's chiefest members, made no claims for expenses. Mr. Bone, who claimed £12,315 in November and December, when the IPS last released figures in April, said, "Our parliamentary expenses are now set independently by the IPSA. We have no say in setting the rules, we just claim according to them." Much of Mr. Bone's spending was in his second home in London, his constituency office in Wellingborough, and his Westminster office. He spent £2,669 on 2 months' rent and council tax for his London home, which allows him to attend Parliament easily. He also claimed £847.20 on mileage, and he claimed back £4.55 for money spent on food and drink on January the 31st. Anybody working away from home who is required to work late into the evening will have an allowance made for food, Mr. Bone said. The majority of Ms. Bagshaw's spending was also on her second home. Ms. Bagshaw, who claimed £8,619 last time, claimed £1,428 on rent and council tax for her London home. Again, she claims £652 for the design and production of her website. A year's web hosting for the site cost £47. Ms. Bagshaw said, "As ever, I support the publishing of expenses on a regular basis as it allows the public to scrutinise their MP's spending. This sort of transparency is really important so people know how public money is being spent." Mr. Hollowbone was not available for comment.
Plans to turn an empty town centre shop into a restaurant have been refused by planners. Jonathan Miller applied to Wellingborough Council in March for permission to change the use of 33 Market Street in Wellingborough. The planning documents, Mr Miller said, the restaurant would employ 3 full-time and 2 part-time members of staff. Several objections were made to the plans, including one from Mark Jones of the O2 shop and Most Wanted Homes, who said the town needed to keep shops and not allow more food units. Wellingborough Town Centre Partnership had also objected, saying Market Street was classified in the Area Action Plan for Wellingborough as the town's primary retail offer. A Town Centre Partnership spokesman said, "We cannot afford to lessen our retail offer. Our customers need more retail choice, not less, if Wellingborough Town Centre is to survive and face the future." Council planners refused the application last week.
A charity dog show is being held at Ilchester Country Park on Sunday, June 12. The event has been organised by UK German Shepherd Rescue, and there will be a separate dog show for German Shepherds and other breeds at the event. Rosettes will be awarded for the 1st to 5th place entries, and winners' medals will go to each best in show winner. A spokesman for the organising committee said there will be numerous attractions on show. There will also be a huge raffle with some excellent prizes donated from far and wide. A marquee is being held by the Amphibian, Reptile and Insect Association from Northampton, so visitors will have the chance to get up close and personal with snakes, reptiles and more. Staff from Easy Pet Care will also be on the show, offering reduced microchipping. The show is due to start at 10:30 a.m. Entries are £1.50 per class, and parking is £2.50 per car. For a copy of the registration form, email tanyadimmick@hotmail.com.
A student from the University of Northampton wants to interview people from an East Northamptonshire town as part of her studies. Fiona Cosson is looking for people who live or work in Earthenborough, or who have done so in the past, who would be willing to be interviewed about their feelings about the town. She is researching the town as a community as part of her PhD and wants to talk to people about their sense of community in Earthenborough. Fiona wants to learn if people think it is good or bad, and also wants to find out about the myths surrounding the town and the family stories which have been passed down for generations. The interviews will be used in the research, but can be anonymous. Interviewees' current location does not matter, as Fiona can travel to meet them. For more details and to get involved, contact Fiona at the University of Northampton at fiona.cosson, that's fiona.cosson at northampton.ac.uk, or call her on 07941 126 354.
Floral displays and pieces of art were on show at a festival held recently at St Peter's Church in Islington. The 3-day fundraising event was organised by the Flower Guild of St Peter's Church and the Friends of St Peter's Church group. Margaret Foster from the Friends of St Peter's group said, "We had over 100 art displays on show over the weekend. It was mostly paintings by relatively local artists, and they were all of a very good standard. We also had some beautiful flower displays on show, and they were all done by members of the Flower Guild of St Peter's. It went very well, and we had quite a number of people who came and looked around over the course of the 3 days."
Anglia Water has written to the area's MPs to reassure them about the security of water supplies in the region. In the letter, the water company's managing director, Peter Simpson, says the company's reservoirs are 90% full, and it will not be restricting supplies or introducing hosepipe bans this year. This is despite weather extremes which have seen the worst winter since records began, followed by the driest March and April for more than 60 years. Mr. Simpson said, "Together with careful collection and storage of water available to us over the winter, it means I can tell customers our water supplies are secure for the year, even if high temperatures continue well into the summer. No one should think we are complacent. The reason we plan well for dry weather is because we live in the driest part of the UK, with a third less rainfall than the rest of the country."
Wellingborough Army Cadet Kieran Loveridge has become the first recipient of a new official trophy for the most improved cadet in his detachment. The trophy was presented to the Wellingborough detachment of the Leicestershire, Northamptonshire and Rutland Army Cadet Force by Councillor Laura Lawman. Wren School pupil Kieran, aged 13, said, "I was really pleased to be selected as the most improved cadet, and it was an honour to represent the Army Cadets when I went to receive the award from Councillor Lawman." His father, Trevor, who is an adult instructor with the cadets, added, "I was extremely proud to accompany Kieran when he received his award, and I hope he continues to do well and enjoy the opportunities that the cadets can offer." Councillor Lawman also donated £250 to the detachment, which will be put towards the purchase of a new banner. Major Pip Doyle, officer commanding D Company, said, "We encourage our cadets to engage in community work as part of their training syllabus. I would like to add my personal thanks to Councillor Lawman for her generous donation towards the detachment and for the new trophy, which will be hard fought for each year. We hope that our links with Councillor Lawman will continue. For further details, go to www.lnracf.co.uk.